there, welcome back to my channel everyone. My name is Ladi Rosh, and as usual, before I begin, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support, for every every single person who took the time out to subscribe, to like, or to leave a comment, or even to share my channel. I really appreciate it. I got the message this morning, an email rather, from YouTube that said congratulations on hitting more than 100 subscribers, and I could not be more than grateful. I also want to shout out a few persons. I'm going to go ahead and put their links in the screen all over while I'm talking right now. Just big up, shout out to those persons. I want to try as much as possible to shout out people for each video, so keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing. All right, so today's video is going to be one of inspiration. So I'm wearing my Inspire t-shirt today. It's going to be a dear younger self, or a message to my younger self, or what would I tell my younger self. A lot of us have not regrets, but things that we wish we had done differently, and so we tend to be hard on ourselves. And for some of us who are younger, maybe under 20 or in your early 20s, there are a lot of things that we wish we were doing differently, or we don't celebrate little victories. We can't really see past, oh, everybody else is doing this, everybody else is accomplishing this, what's wrong with me? If it is that you want to join me in this chat, you can leave a comment down below of what you would also say to your younger self, if you agree with some of the things that I would say to my younger self. You can also send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is linked to this account as well, or on Twitter, whatever it might be, and just hashtag dear younger self. Whatever it might be, just share your comments down below for the older one of us, so other people who are watching who may be younger than us, they may get words of advice from us who actually went through it. We were all there. That's how we got to adulthood. We had to learn from our mistakes, we had to adjust, and we had to change certain things about ourselves and our personalities. So let's get to it. Things I would tell my younger self as it relates to our personal lives. It's not how you start, it's about how you finish. Because sometimes we think our current situation will determine our whole life, especially when we're in high school and we're overly dramatic and we feel like, oh my god, one bad thing could ruin our entire lives. We forget that there is an opportunity tomorrow to change something, and we forget that 5 years down the line, it might not be this way. Like, I still have the opportunity to change a situation. So it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and you can always finish, right? Give yourself an opportunity to finish what you started. It doesn't matter if you started it 5 years ago and you're still not finished. Give yourself an opportunity. If you really want to finish, give yourself the opportunity to finish. Go get it. That's what 2020 is to me. Like, 5 years ago I didn't start this, and here I am starting it, and I'm going to finish it no matter what. God's willing, it's going to be finished. Trust your instinct. When you get around people, there is such a thing as a feeling. You just have a feeling. You can't describe it. It's not a good feeling, it's not a bad feeling, it's just a feeling. Trust your gut. Your gut will not lead you astray. If you feel uncomfortable, bolt, run. Trust your gut. Practice self-affirmations. I never understood what affirmations were. I never thought about affirmations growing up. I never knew what they were. And when I became an adult, I met my husband, and he would listen to, you know, certain speakers in the morning talking about thinking positively and being positive and things will happen for you. And I'm thinking, okay, fine, let's see, it can't hurt. And I remember a speaker, Les Brown, we would get up in the morning and we would listen to him every morning. And I mean, not overnight you're gonna find that things are changing, but your mindset start changing, and you start saying stuff to yourself, and you find yourself in your quiet moments reflecting on those stuff, and you're thinking, oh my god, like, this is really working. I'm thinking positively, I'm believing that, this is going to happen for me, and it's happening for me. I am putting myself out there. And when I came to Turks and Caicos, I started doing that with the children that I teach. They're 4 years old, and it doesn't mean anything really for you to say, repeat this, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're kind, but I decided I was gonna start doing that for them. And almost a year later, like a school year later, I mean, every time I say, let's do our affirmations, they can say, and I didn't tell them put actions to it, but them saying it over and over, they've started believing it. I'm smart, I am beautiful, I am kind, I am helpful. These are things that we should practice saying to ourselves, and practice teaching our children or our younger siblings to say until they believe it, because trust me, it makes a difference. You remember, oh my god, like, I am kind, my children are playing, they're playing, and I'm telling you, they're remembering, like, I am kind. Or someone's not sharing, they go like, remember you said this morning that you are kind, remember that you're supposed to be kind, remember that you're supposed to be helpful. This helps us as adults too. And I wish I had started younger, because the things I believe now, maybe if I'd believed then, like, I would have kickstarted a lot of stuff. I would have had a lot of stuff going for me. Another one for me is, tell yourself that you are beautiful. You are beautiful. Tell yourself every day. Self-care. I wish I had started self-care early. I wish I had started taking care of my skin, drinking more water, the whole works. I didn't. I was so stuck on, my metabolism. I could eat whatever I want all the time. Water was never my water that I drink now. I drink like 4 or 5 bottles of water every day now without even thinking about it. Water for me was never a thing. Ooh, my battery died, so I have to be using my hubby's phone. But child, I should have been using this phone a long time ago. You see me? This made me look real good. If they don't know you personally, don't take it personal. Some people just ain't worth your time, and that's the truth. Whether you're 5 or you're 10 or you're 13 or you're 15 or you're 20 or you're 50 or you're 100, right? Stop letting people have control over your emotions, or stop letting strangers, people who don't know you, they don't know anything about you, have control over your day, your mood, how you feel about yourself. Do not let people take your self-esteem from you. Do not let people shortchange you. You are beautiful. You are God's creation, right? People who don't know you telling you, oh, I don't like how you look, I don't like how you talk. What? Who are you again? What's your name? It's like somebody texting you something and you go like, sorry, new phone, who this? Rochelle, younger Rochelle, if they don't know you personally and you don't know them personally, do not take it personal. Whoever you are out there, do not take it personal, because the people who do deserve your time will not try to hurt your feelings, right? They will say something to you that is meant to be constructive, right? They will say it to you out of love. That's the truth. All right, Money. Save or practice saving more. For me, growing up, saving was not a thing. It was, mommy, can I? And if it's a no, it's a no. I'm not saving any money out of my lunch money to buy myself something that I want for myself. Um, it was just a thing. I just couldn't save, and I always told myself I just cannot save. Even if I save $50 today, by tomorrow I find use for the $50 that I saved. I used to tell myself that all the time. I just cannot save. And when I got older, I had to learn to save, because people will not always be there to give it to you, and that's the truth. And no matter how, let me tell you something. I went to an entrepreneurial workshop at Cornell College. I think this was last year, and this workshop was held by high schoolers, for high schoolers, paneled by high schoolers or recently graduated from high school, right? These were young children who were talking about how they started their businesses in high school and how they're succeeding at it. When I was in high school, that was not a thing. That was not a thing. What are you talking about? Having your own business? We're all talking about, when I leave high school, I'm gonna get a job, or when I leave high school, I'm gonna go to ComC, and then after ComC, I'm gonna go to university, and then I'm gonna get a bomb job. I'm not thinking about starting early, having my business. That's not a thing. If you can start a business in high school, go ahead and do it. Shout out to Alicia, one of my god babies. Let me tell you, I am so proud of you, baby girl, for starting your business. This was an initiative that she took. She came to that workshop with me, to mind you, and I was so mad at her. I kept nudging her. I was like, are you paying attention? You keep looking at your phone. What are you doing? Lisha, come on. Like, when I invited her, mind you, she didn't say no, or I don't know if I want to go. She was like, yeah, auntie. I don't mind, auntie. Yeah, I want to come. And when she came, I was like, listen to me. You're listening to these kids? They were in high school too, or some of them, they're still in high school. Like, you can do it too, whatever. And I don't know if she was paying attention or not, but let me tell you, I'm so proud of you for starting. It's a big step. I wish I had gone to a workshop like that when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I had big ideas. Mind you, I didn't know that the ideas I had then, that I would know, like, they know. I don't want to do that. When I was in high school, no way was I thinking about I was gonna do cake and so on. I loved food and nutrition, but I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm going to do cake and I'm going to, open my own business. I wasn't thinking about that, But write your goals down, younger self Rochelle, and get started. Do something. Investing as well. A lot of people think investing their money is for adults. It is not. You can save $20 a day, and at the end of the year you invest your money somewhere. I think SSL, that's the name of it, in Jamaica, where you can invest, I think, like $5,000 or $10,000 and so on. Go invest your money. Ask your mom or your dad or whatever adult, or if you are already an adult and you have not invested any money in anything, anywhere, not even a business, you haven't taken a risk to try to build your money and have something of your own, do some research and go do that. All right, so relationships. And of course, relationships don't necessarily mean boyfriend and girlfriend or dating only. It could be in general, relationships that you have with your family members, or relationships with your friends, or relationships that you have with somebody who you're potentially dating or married to, whatever it might be. Be someone you would want to be with or be friends with, right? So don't pretend to be something you are not, because then you're gonna attract those type of people who like people who you're pretending to be. So those people don't actually get to know you, so they don't actually like you for who you are. They like you for who you're pretending to be. Show people who you are, and the right people will stick around, or the right people will find you. As it relates to dating, sometimes you need to give people a chance, you know, to be who they are, just as they are. You know, don't judge people. A lot of times we prejudge people. And I can talk for myself. I remember when, I mean, I wasn't dating my boyfriend, my husband at the time. But I remember when I met him, I didn't even realize I had, you know, certain filters, certain standards that I had in place that were perhaps kind of shallow, that would kind of not give people like that a chance. So I remember when I met him, I was like, oh no, I like you, but I can't be with somebody with locks, and I can't be with somebody whose ears are pierced. Like sorry, like, you know, I those were filters I had. And you know, I'm not saying go settle for people, but sometimes we need to change the filters that we have. We need to allow people to be themselves so that we can, you know, really realize people for who they are, you know, because sometimes we'll miss out. So give people a chance, you know, to prove themselves. When they prove themselves, this is a quote for you too, in general, whether it be friendship or relationship, dating, whatever it might be. When people show you who they are, believe them. That's the truth, right? But give people a chance to show you who they are. All right, those are just a few things I would say to my younger self. As I said previously, if it is that you have any advice that you would give to your younger self, leave them in the comments below so that other people can read them and be inspired as well. This is just the first of many. I have lots more things I would say to my younger self. Sorry, I have the hiccups. To my younger self. But I know this is long, but it's worth a listen. If you have a younger sibling or cousin, or even you, if you're young and you need some quick advice, you know, about, you know, maybe some changes that you probably need to look into doing, then this video is definitely worth a watch. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for all the support, you know, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Remember to stay safe. Tan a you yard. You don't need to leave the house. Do not leave your house, right? Be positive and stay sweet. I love you. Bye.